So today I wanted to do a quick tutorial on using Google Docs built-in citation tool to create citations for papers that you may be writing. And I'm doing this using Chicago style, but you could use MLA or APA. It works basically the same way. But since I have a history focus, we use Chicago in history. So you're going to go up to the Tools menu, go down to Citations. And it's probably going to default to MLA. Again, just switch it over to Chicago. And then for your citation, you're going to click Add Citation Source. Now, depending on what kind of source it is, sometimes it's going to give you different options. It's kind of contextual that way. So maybe you're citing a book and you say you're accessing it by print. You have the option of using the ISBN number. Use at your own risk because sometimes Google has errors in there. I always recommend if it gives you options like using the ISBN number, or certainly if you're doing like a website and it asks you for the URL, I really recommend just citing it manually, because when you click this Cite Manually button, it's going to give you all the fields to fill in manually. And of course, you fill in what you have access to, depending on what kind of website you're using. You may or may not have all of the information, but you work with what you can here. Maybe we have all that, maybe we don't, but we fill in what we can, and then we just click the Add Citation button. Now, if you're needing the full citation, it's as simple as just copying the text and then pasting it. And of course, you still have to do the formatting for the text. So you're going to possibly need to do hanging indents if it's in like a bibliography. Footnotes are going to use that first full citation. The first time you reference it, then it's going to be a shortened version of it. If you're using MLA or APA, it's useful to be able to click that Cite button over here. That'll give you the sort of parenthetical citation, which we really don't do a ton of when we're just using footnotes. But if you need parenthetical citations, that's how you would get that shortened version for a parenthetical citation. But that's the basics of creating a citation in Google Docs built-in citation generator. It's a good, quick, and easy way of generating citations that are going to be mostly accurate. Of course, you should always check these to make sure that it conforms to the exact format that you need. But this is a really good way of getting started.